Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. We're going to do a little bit different today. Normally, this would be the time that we're reading for the weekend, and we will read for the weekend, May 28th, 29th, and 30th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but then we will continue the reading for the rest of Gemini season for your sign, okay? Okay. Now, I've used all my decks. Now, I have used and these are the Radley Valentine decks. I'll pull 3 from my Angel Tarot cards. I'll pull 1, and then I come back and pull 3 from my Archangel Power Tarot cards. I will pull 1 from my Guardian Angel Tarot cards. Those were all Radley Valentine decks. Now, I will pull 3 from my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. This is a little bit more for clarification. My Osha Zen Tarot cards for any words of advice. I do pull 1 from my Waite Rider Traditional Tarot, and of course I finish with pulling 1 from my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, these are general readings. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I'm an intuitive channeler. I open myself to my higher power, and, whatever comes through, comes through. Try not to do too much of my own interpretation. Now, a couple of things is, again, thank you so much for your well wishes. I've really not been on the computer. I know that for that little bit, I did put out a video a couple of days ago, but, I haven't been, I've been on my phone and I've been reading your comments. Thank you so much for your well wishes. I'm still recuperating. I would say I'm about 93.5%. Okay? So if you hear me sniffling a little bit, or if you hear me, I do apologize, but I'm almost there. So thank you again for all your well wishes. I do really want to encourage people to go back and look at the Gemini overview, because there is a lot of stuff going on now that that's really talked about. And as the days are going by, I'm telling my husband, well, that's because of Saturn. That's because of, all of these retrogrades. That's because of this. So there's a lot of things going on in the world that I can almost, I can kind of go back and say, wow, things are happening. We do have the full moon. We do have these retrogrades. We have Venus and Mercury out of bounds. There's the Palladians. There's ascensions and transitions. So much is happening. So please take a look at that. Okay? Okay. And I do refer, because I've done the readings already, I do refer back to that in some of my language. So let's get started on our readings. And thank you so much for all your support. I love you all. Bye-bye. So my Geminis, forgive me. I am so sorry. I did your reading, and then I remembered. I'm like, oh my goodness. I remembered that I did not pull a crystal card for you. So I am going to put this piece between the introduction and your general reading. Okay? So this is, and I've been praying, meditating, I've been doing all the stuff I normally do. So I am going to ask what crystal or energy will be helpful for my Geminis. Okay? Okay, hold on a second. You've got a wild ride here ahead of you. Okay, here we go. Let's see what this is. Azurite. Azurite. Do I have Azurite? This could be Azurite. Anyway, this could be Azurite. It looks kind of like that. But Azurite is about divine guidance, stillness, new connections, astral travel. I don't know if any of you do astral travel. I've only done it a few times in my life. Well, maybe about 5 or 6 times in my life. It's always interesting when you return. Anyway, your reading begins now. Hello, my Geminis, and happy birthday. I am so sorry to be late. And, we are going to do that hybrid. I've talked about it in the beginning. So let's see how this all works out. Okay? Okay. Now, let's see. We're going to do the weekend first in the way we normally do. Let's see what we have. Cards already flying out. This is your birthday. I don't know where my glasses are. Here we go. Card is already flying out. Let's go on and see. Because like I said, this is going to be a weekend. This is a time of major karmic opportunities, major karmic resolutions. So this is one of those times, my Geminis, I feel it's really big for you too. That's why I'm kind of doing it the way I'm doing it, because I really wanted to get your energies out there. I mean, there's going to be, communications, plans. Also, there's some weird stuff going where some of the planets are out of bounds, which is really weird in itself. I think Mercury and Venus. So even though they're in your sign, they're out of bounds, whatever that, it kind of means that the energies is not going to be the way you think it's going to be. Okay? And again, you're in all the stuff that I've talked about. And, this is just going to be a wild, wild weekend to begin with, and the rest of your season. I think we're in for a roller coaster. Here we go. First card this is the one that popped. The Star, birthday wishes to you. So now we have a 17. So we have a 17, we have that 1, which is, 1 is new beginnings, or a 10, transition. 7 is that divine number, which we've talked about before. It's like that divine umbrella. You add it together, 8, unlimited opportunity. So this is the Star. What do you do with the Star? You make your wishes. So again, this is a time for my Geminis to use a lot of this energy and make things happen for themselves. Now, because we have such karmic energy going on, and that Mercury retrograde will be, that way through your entire season now, you need to make sure you're doing it for the betterment of yourself, your family, the people around you, because there is karma happening, karma going on, and there's going to be a lot of karmic resolution happening in your sign. So again, to my Geminis, think things through clearly. I know you have your two little twins, and one sign, sometimes it's kind of like, no, this is the right way to go, and the other kind of says, yeah, but this is a little more fun. You're going to have to kind of take a mixture between the two. Not saying you can't have fun, but again, this is a time you do not want to be malicious. You do not want to put anything out there that's going to, fall back. I'm kind of thinking like a pie in your face, in the Three Stooges skits with the pies in the face or whatever, the old-fashioned. I know many of you don't even know who the Three Stooges are. Well, that was Saturday morning rerun cartoons for us. Well, it wasn't cartoons. Anyway, Archangel Jophiel, a lot of creativity, a lot of things happening. So this weekend, and again, we do have that full moon energy. This weekend is the time for you to be putting things out there and wanting and wishing, okay? Happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans on the right path. Reversed has strong energy. Here we go. Balance. Okay, now, we had balance in the overview of Gemini, okay? It was temperance, I think it was. But now we have a 14, so we have that 1, 10, again, that 4, stability. So there is some stability coming into your life, even though these are some weird times. It's almost like you're going to thrive on this weird energy that's going on. It's like this is what gets you going, what gets you motivated. But you need to make sure that there is some emotional and mental and physical balance going on, because you could be, you could burn your candle a little bit too brightly, and you want, and then it just doesn't last. The energy doesn't last for you for this, for your season. You want to make sure that you're a little bit more temperate. You want to make sure that you are, making sure that you're taking care of yourself as well as what has to happen around you. Okay. Also to be careful with, I'm kind of getting automobiles. Be careful about other drivers, because they're not going to be as sharp as you are, my Geminis. They're not going to be as focused as you. And remember, so many times, there's that saying, I must be doing something right. I got the devil so uptight. Many times you can be on your path and doing exactly what you want, and you could be kind of like somebody from left, well, that would be right field, right? Somebody from the, they just turn into you. So please be a little bit careful, especially this weekend, about driving. Not to tell you not to drive. I'm just going to say just be very alert, okay? Okay. The need to balance, the need for balance and moderation cooperation and compromise, wait for perfect timing. And that is Archangel Zedkiel. And your last card, reversed, the world. Wow, 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 wow. So we have, now the interesting thing is, even though this doesn't, we have the 14, the 21. So in some ways we have, there's like a 7, 14, 21. I know that this isn't 7, but there's kind of a 7 theme going on here. Now, 2, choices, 1, new beginning. 3 is a very interesting number. There's a lot of power in 3, the Trinity. And, I think I said on the Gemini overview that this is like, I heard that this was the source's favorite number. Can't tell you for sure on that one. But this is Archangel Michael. Michael is the warrior and the protector. And this is things opening up for you. There's a lot of karmic resolution. You should see something big this weekend, but it will follow you through your season. Okay? So anyway, a job well done, joy, contentment, and gratitude, the path towards enlightenment. So there's going to be, there's going to be some eyes opening. Remember that, that Saturn that I'm always harping on. And now that it is retrograde, I know I'm harping on this too, but now it's like they're digging up the dirt. Saturn is digging up the dirt on everybody. So if you don't have any dirt, things will be good. If you have some dirt, it will be, the dirty laundry is being shown. Now, let's go on in here. Actually, no, we're going to go with this for a moment, but then we're going to go to my John Holland. And we're just going to pull the one card out because, like I said, this is a time for you, for the weekend and how the weekend is going to start. The 3 of Ariel. Ariel is earth energy. It is our Capricorn. It is our Taurus. It is our Virgo. Very solid. Something to do with money. Something, a lot of times your home. This is about the start of creation. This is something you are about to begin. So if there is something you've been putting on the back burner, this is the time to pull it out, okay? If there's something that you have in the back of the closet that you've always said, I'm kind of getting this quilt energy. It's like, oh, even, in the Northern Hemisphere, we're coming into summer, but it's kind of like, even though, I started this quilt, I put it in the back of the closet, I need to pull it out. There's going to be a lot of completion of projects, the beginning of completion of projects for you, okay? So let's see what we have. Do what you love, a time of great personal growth in your career or artistic endeavors, working with others in a cooperative manner. I do feel like you're going to be the leader in this, though. Now, again, working in a cooperative manner and being the leader, a lot of times what you do is you plant the seeds. They don't even know that you're leading them, okay? So let's go to John Holland and see if we can have bigger clarification on what's going on here. Okay, and we have cards already flying. Excuse me. And I'm sorry if I sniff. I'm sorry. I hate to be that. I hate sniffling, but it is what it is. Okay, let's see what we have here. First card, patience. Okay, we have a 14. So there's a 14. Again, there's this 7 type of energy there too. And remember what I said about 14. So let things happen. But again, there is a divine umbrella over you because, again, we have a lot of that 7 energy, and that has that divine energy over you. But just wait things out. Things are unfolding. Again, that goes along with balance too. You don't have to push it. And, just as I feel like you're going into the back of the closet to get that quilt, and I know maybe you don't sew, but that quilt you might have started, or a puzzle. Maybe you took out a 1,000-piece puzzle. These are the examples that's coming to me. And now it's like, you know what? I need to go back to that puzzle. And the thing is, there is some patience, but there's also some self-discipline. And remember what I was saying, a lot of times as you're leading, it's not necessarily that you're coming down with a strong hand as much as you're kind of guiding also. Okay, let's see what our next card is. Accelerated motion. Now we have an 8, so that was the 17, the 1 plus 7. With, making a wish. So here we have patience, just so that you can see. Here we have the accelerated motion, okay? Again, making your wish, putting it out there. Basically, making things happen. Now, is this you making things happen? I kind of feel like there is this, especially since you had this in the beginning, these archangel cards, I feel like there is that divine umbrella over you. There is a divine energy pushing you forward, making you go. Now, the thing is, I do feel that there is a struggle though. There's one card that says let go and let God. Now, whatever your belief system is, do you let the heavenlies, do you let the source, do you let whoever it is that you feel, connected to? It's very hard for us to subdue that human spirit. Okay? So there might need to be a cooperation. There might be a little bit of kind of a, okay, I'm going to let you lead right now. Okay, let's go on. Next card. The waiting game. So now we have that two. So you can see that there is kind of this, a lot of things are set in motion for you. A lot of things are divinely, destiny, karmically set in motion for you. You need to have patience. You need to, things are moving. You may not know that they're moving, but they are moving for you. And now it's a case of waiting. Now, do you wait? Do you not wait? Interesting. Let's see what we have now. My Osha Zen Tarot cards. Okay, there we go. Ooh, your awareness. You, again, too, remember what I said about Saturn. You are becoming more aware of what's going on in the world. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to interact with it just yet. Again, remember the patience and the waiting game. It's like you're watching the whole thing. You're watching the whole thing go forward. You're watching how the energies, you're watching how the source is moving in your life. So this is, a lot of this starts with this weekend and it's going to carry through your season. Okay, so let's go on. And I think that's upside down again, reversed, strong energy. So, but I think that's a 7. Let's go ahead and see. 7. Again, you've got that 7 energy going on. Let's see what awareness. So this is, there's been a cloud. There's been the illusion. And now it's ripping through. And even if it's, what was illusion was scary, okay? What you didn't know was scary. Now you're seeing it. It doesn't mean that it's still not scary, but it's more you're ready to face things. You're ready to face things. And that, I think, is the word of advice. You are ready to face your future. You are ready to face the reality. Okay, let's see what we have here. The Lover. So now we have a 6. So we're breaking off a little bit, so we have the 6. There is that, again, there's the twin type of energy, the 2-1. And sometimes they even agree a little bit, okay? They don't necessarily want to be total polar opposites. Sometimes they come together. I feel like with the Lovers, again, there's some leadership roles happening for you, especially with this week, with this, the beginning this weekend and going forward. There is some leadership. I do feel like there is a connection and joining together. Now, 6 is the number of man. So a lot of this is what you have made. A lot of this is those experiences that maybe didn't turn out as well for you, but now things are happening again. Now, maybe these were lessons that you learned. Maybe these were things, but again, I kind of feel like things put in motion are happening more so now. Anyway, next card. Thunderbolt. So here we have a 16. Okay, so we have that 1, that's 6 energy. If you add it together, it's a 7. Okay, I know maybe I'm reaching, but there's a big 7 energy here for you. Thunderbolt is kind of like many times over, things have to fall apart in order to rebuild. Okay? And so when that happens, the thing again too is, you're not to be worried about this. Just know that, and again, this karmic season that's coming on, there might be a lot of things going on around you that, people are, like Henny Penny. Now, again, old, nursery story. The sky is falling when the sky really wasn't falling. Okay. So you could be that, calm person. And, you might be helping a lot of people around you. Now, you could also pick up their negative energy and be kind of like, sky is falling. But the thing is, in order for there to be a new foundation, okay, and that's what there is so much karmic stuff going on. This, it's a very sweeping type of energy in your sign, okay? But remember the awareness, okay? You are aware of it. And when you're aware of things, things happen for the better, okay? Now, we're going to go ahead, pull 3 like we normally do. And see, okay, now they didn't flip. but they almost did. Let's go on. Here we go. And 1, 2, and 3. This is reversed. Here we go. First card, the 7. Again, your sevens. Your sevens. Raphael is water energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You know, there's this emotional period, this emotional time. 7 again is very, I mean, there's so much sevens in here. But again, there's kind of a, what are you going to do? Where are you going to go? What do you want out of life? But this is something to do with your heart. This is now it could have something to do with this Lovers. It could have something to do with this Thunderbolt. But the thing is, there is this, again, divine protection, divine guidance happening for you, my Geminis. And this does talk about some decisions to make and what is it that your heart wants of you. Okay? So, time to make a decision. Be clear on what you want. Take action. A need for detoxification. Now, the detoxification is really big for me, especially after we came across the Tower. And I'm sorry, the Thunderbolt, which is very similar to the Tower. It's kind of like you need to move away from all their negative energy. You need to kind of cleanse yourself with whatever that is, that however you cleanse yourself. Now, however, you know, what do? Air, breathe deeply, get outside into the wind. You know, earth, put your feet in the, you know, in the ground if you can. You know, water, drink some water, splash some water, take a bath, and, you know, fire, you know, light some candles, put your face up to the sun. But there is that need for you for detoxification. Anyway, next card is the Knight of Ariel. Ariel, again, is that earth energy. Knight's underlying energy is fire. So there's their Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Very, you know, very passionate, but yet the work is like there's work to be done and I need to do it. So there, again, that kind of goes along with what is opening up for you this weekend, that, you know, things are happening for you and now, you know, you're being activated. You could be getting a new job, but it could also be that, again, I do feel that leadership energy. And it does, I mean, I would love you to get the title and the money that goes with that title, but it could also be that, especially if people are kind of flailing around, that you take control of the situation and you just say, we need to just get things done here. So, the Knight of Ariel is trustworthy, understanding, devoted, funny. There is so much to accomplish. Make a very detailed plan, being watched over by someone kind. Your last card here, the King of Raphael. Okay, now, King's underlying energy is air, your energy. You know, it's thoughtful, but it's also watching. But again, Raphael, water energy, and the King of Raphael. And I think we had the King of Water in the, or the King of Cups in the overview. So again, you know, go back to that overview. It's really, there's so much in there that needs to be unpacked. But anyway, this is, you know, it's kind of like there's an emotional ringing. It's kind of, and I'm getting the, again, I was not alive when this happened, but I'm getting the, you know, the ringer washers. And when I tell you these things, you can always look them up on your search engine. Okay, so like Henny Penny or the, who is it, the Three Stooges and stuff like that. But this is like a ringer washer. It's kind of like the King of Raphael has been through the ringer, has been through the emotional ups and downs, and comes out victorious, comes out with an emotional maturity that astounds the people around, okay? So, yes, it is safe to trust the ability to accomplish many things at once. Follow your creative passions. This is a time for you to be yourself. Okay, this is a time. There's been so much going on, especially with, you know, especially where we've been leading into and all this energy. And now it's time for you to do what makes you happy and to maybe even discover that. Do you even know, my Geminis, what makes you happy? You've been taking care of so many others. You've been trying to fit into their world. Do you even know? Now, the thing is, and I know my Geminis, hey, I'm independent. You are extremely independent. But there is always a need in all of us to be accepted. This is I'm kind of getting this whole thing, and this Gemini season's about this. This is coming into you, okay? This is doing, and I do feel like there's a big like I said, you might be leading, but you're the leader. You're not the follower. There's a big change in dynamics here. There's a big change coming in the dynamics. Okay, I do feel like I need to pull one of my tarot cards, my Waite Rider Tarot, traditional tarot. So let's see what we have here for you. And then, here we go. Here we go, just the one. Ah, okay, now, this is the Eight of Swords, okay? So we talked about eights. Swords is your energy, Libra and Aquarius also. This is someone who feels trapped. But the thing is, my Geminis, you really are not trapped. A lot of this is, there's a big piece of you that needs to reach out more to that spiritual, more to that higher power, your source, divine, whoever that is to you. You need to reach out more so. It just feels like there's kind of like circumstances and stuff that have, that are trapping you more so. But if you look at her, nothing is really trapping her. She could get out of those binds. Even her blindfold isn't on her, So this is something that, maybe you need a little bit of divine help through this, okay? But this is you are definitely not trapped. Now, maybe you have to, again, go through, the angels, all the others have some patience. Things might feel like they're falling apart around you, but, again, you are not trapped. Things will work out. Things will, but they're, again, with me, we have to have faith. We have to have positive energy. And it is so easy for us to pull into that negative energy. So easy. Believe me, I understand it. And the thing is, this is all about karma now. Put out the positive. Okay. Now, last one. And again, these cards. These are very sweet, very loving cards. And they also give some good advice. So let's see what we have for my Geminis. Oops! We actually have two cards that fell. Both of these are reversed. So let's see what the first one is. A 14. Again, those sevens, okay? Or you can go 1, 4 is 5, change. But win-win solution. And this would be very much balance. There's strength and diversity by blending the ideas of other people with your own. Again, remember I told you there's going to be leading in your life. You can come up with a solution that's magnificent. Start by focusing on the aspect that everyone agrees upon, then open your mind to compromise and working together. Stay balanced and seek out a moderate approach. Now, I don't necessarily know about the moderate approach because I do feel that, that there is, everyone says there's two sides to every story and the truth in between. The thing is, we want to do the right thing, and I'm not quite buying the moderate, okay? You will know what needs to be done, my Geminis. Okay, and now this is your last card, again reversed. Fair decision. So now we have an 8. Okay. Your angels are aware that you have concerns, but be assured that there's nothing to worry about. That's what I just told you. Stand your ground and know that heaven is shining its divine light. Remember all those sevens. And we did have a couple that kind of came to the 8s too. Okay, it's shining its divine light upon the situation and all is being healed. Take the time to review all the details thoroughly. Forgiveness will bring peace to everyone involved. Now, forgiveness, kind of like, forgiveness, it's not necessarily for the other person, it's for you. Anger, you can be angry at people, but the thing about anger is it doesn't affect them really. The only person it affects is you. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Okay? Okay. You had a whole lot to unpack there, my Geminis. I hope you enjoyed this. I know this was a little bit different, but I wanted to give you your full reading. So, my Geminis. Oh, remember to like, share, subscribe. It does help, and I do thank you. But more importantly, my Geminis, know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.